Alright guys, we're back for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and Halloween Burn the Witch is going to be returning in time because today we're going to be getting the ranged Soul Reaper Nightmare Guild Quest, which is basically going to get players to summon for this Halloween Noel, who is dedicated to be used in Guild Quest. But what if I told you guys that you don't really need her? Same thing with Anni. Because as a matter of fact, as time went on, these Burn the Witch characters have pretty much dropped in value, especially the Parasol characters, and this My Anni is basically dead now. Anywho, the banner features every single Burn the Witch character, so what you're getting at is pretty much going to be a guaranteed Burn the Witch character once you go to step 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's no pity ticket, so it was exactly as I thought. They only brought back the pity ticket because of the anniversary, and they're not bringing it back again for these types of banners. You do have a chance of getting an unfeatured character, by the way, if you summon in between the normal steps, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't really advise for you guys to summon on the banner, just because of the simple matter of fact that a lot of these characters have been replaced, except for Noel, but we're definitely getting a new ranged Soul Reaper lead in due time. It's only a matter of time, but we'll get that. But now, I'm just gonna say this right now. If you guys don't care about the meta and you want to summon because these are your favorite characters for whatever reason, then go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Like, don't watch this video in its entirety. I'm just gonna be mainly speaking for the people that care about the meta, that care about saving for different characters, and everything else related. So, that's all. You guys are free to do whatever you want. It's your account, it's your herbs. I'm not going to be summoning because there's just no more value for me out of this Burn the Witch banner. So let's just go over the characters real quick. Anni was the very first Gauge Rampage character that we have ever gotten in the game, and she aged pretty badly, all due to the fact that she could not get her strong attacks back upon activating the Gauge. Every single Gauge character but her is able to do that, and it's just so damn annoying, especially since it doesn't help with the fact that her base damage multipliers are not that good. You only have Frenzy +1 with Berserker 40 and 20% full stamina damage boost. This is all without the Gauge, so she's playing like as if she were a 5th anniversary character. And this character came out back in, 2023 after the 8th anniversary. But once you get the Gauge active, yeah, we're gonna be talking pretty nicely here, because she does get an extra Frenzy, so Frenzy +2, and then an extra 100% Berserker for the Gauge effect. But that's not all. She also gets the 50% SP boost, and also is able to heal, and once you start the quest, you do have 70% of the Gauge built up. So once she gets the Gauge active, she's monstrous, one of the best characters in the game, but it just doesn't help that you cannot get your cooldowns back, because otherwise you just aren't always able to keep the Gauge up at 100% of the time compared to characters like Oetsu, Sangdu, Ichibei. Those do the job better for when it comes to the Gauge Rampage skill. And for guild quests, she's been hard replaced by the 9th anniversary Grammy. It's not even funny, and this character was featured for slot 2 of Limit Breaker Quest. Almost nobody did ever use her because of Grammy, and since you didn't have the typing rule for the attribute, Grammy was pretty much completely safe, as you only needed a ranged holo killer and was able to do the job extremely well. And it's not even funny. Like, it's a night and day difference with how the meta has shifted. So, like, this character, I can't even call her good anymore. I'm gonna be honest. She's only good if you do not have the likes of Grammy. I have to be 100% realistic, even though this character has weakening and burn on the entire kit. And then you have Noel. What can I say about this character? This is basically another Power 1000 Year Blower Yamamoto, which is why I'm not encouraging anyone to summon on this banner. Like, she needed better. She absolutely needed better, and she came out during the time after Very Hard Guild Quest was just introduced. If she came out back in like 2022, I think this would have been a much more acceptable release, considering the fact that Frenzy +2 was not very common for a lot of characters still with the SP boost. I feel like Anni would have been able to shine throughout that year, and same thing can be said about this Noelle, considering she was given the same damage multipliers as Yamamoto. Just that her SA1 sucks. She got the 18% shave, but does keep the 960 into Homing Vortex with the full screen SA3, and her damage multipliers are the same as Yama. Frenzy +1, Berserker 40, damage to drained and weakened enemies of 40%, and you also have Bombardment with weakened defense and 80% SP boost. But I see two wasted skills here. Berserker 20 and follow-up. Bruh. Why follow up on an SP character? You can, like, you're already following up with your strong attacks after you down the enemies. It's such a wasted skill. She's not a NAD character. So yeah, and if you guys have 7th Anniversary Ichigo Max Transcended with the likes of Academy Shuhei buffing him up, you do not need Noelle. You realistically do not need Noelle, as 7th Anniversary Ichigo will be able to do the job fine until he gets, you know, replaced. Both him and Noelle are in need of a new main overall, so even more reason to not summon on the banner overall. Balgo is an ultimate farmer. He's one of the few mind characters that has the Heart Droplet drop of 30% with the +5 Link Slot Potion and +5 Super Link Slot Potion. That being said, we do have way more better dedicated farmers, like for Super Potions. If you have Mininia, use her over Balgo. If you have Christmas Grimjow for Heart Potions, use him over Balgo. And then if you're mainly trying to farm droplets, use Valentine's Day Momo over this character right here. And even then, this character is going to be getting some value increased in the likes of the upcoming Link Slot Trials, which should be dropping sometime this month, late September. We don't know when, but this character is still quite good to use. But even then, you have other characters. If you have the likes of Parasol, Ikaku, Mininia, those characters, you do not need this Balgo. I have to be honest. But if you do not have those exact same characters that I said, getting Balgo still has some value. For Gale Quest, no, absolutely not. He's not usable. Like, at the very least, for co-op content, he's fine because he has the 80% SP boost, increased element chance with okay multipliers. Frenzy +1 and Berserker 40, but the increased element chance is good enough to bypass the Iron Skin. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Just a farmer, nothing too crazy. Moving on to the remainder Parasol characters. Sadly, both Macy and Bruno, they were replaced by the 9th Anniversary characters. It's not even funny. Let's just dive on into Macy first. Alright, for guild quests, who are you going to be using over Macy for range no affiliation? The new 1000-year blower Holo Bankai Toshiro. And for Squad 0, you're going to be using the new 1000-year blower Shinji. And both of the characters do her job much better and are capable of getting 50 seconds remaining without having to reset as much because of their skill set and how they are very effective for their own guild quest rotations. Now, the only benefit of the doubt that I'm giving to Macy is that she's the only speed character at the moment with the team party speed attribute strong attack recharge of 20%. This is the skill that allows you to get your cooldowns back when moving in between the quest areas, and she's the only speed character to have that, which is why she was very effective for this month's Limit Breaker quest. In slot 3, if you had her, you would be heavily buffing Oetsu and 7th Anniversary Uryu with getting their strong attacks back and always having them ready once you move into the next map, which was very good. And her damage multipliers were still pretty good. Like, they're still great now. It just, she doesn't have the increased ailment chance against the likes of no affiliation enemy mobs nor Soul Reapers, which is why she's very inconsistent for when it comes to getting the 80% SP boost and doing all that extra damage. But yeah, other than that, Frenzy +2, Berserker 40, Bruise is wasted, but does have damage to weaken and paralyzed enemies of 40% with weakened defense and the 80% SP boost. The only downside to her kit is, once again, she has the 18% shave, but she does have the 960 into Homing Vortex and a full screen SA3, so yeah. And then Parasol Bruno, Melee Hollow, Yuha, obviously, I do feel like he's still the better main overall once you get the SP boost in. But when we talking as a side, he can still work. But if you have the likes of the 9th anniversary renewed Mugetsu, he's going to be a much more consistent side unit to use over Bruno with how he is built up for Guild Quest. And melee spot up, it's not even funny. 9th anniversary Kenny takes his place. It's not even funny. And very hard Guild Quest, I've seen a lad get 56 seconds remaining at 1-5. All he did was bring the likes of Akon and Shinji to heavily buff Kenpachi. It's not even funny. So for Guild Quest, he's also considered replaced. That being said, he's also another gauge character, albeit doesn't have the gauge rampage, but is a much better gauge character than Nini overall because base damage multipliers are much better already since he has Frenzy +2 and a Berserker of 40% with the start gauge skill. And of course, once you get the gauge active, you do get the extra 100% Berserker, the 50% SP boost, but you get your cooldowns reduced, which is massive. That's what gauge characters always need overall. So, yeah, he's still a fun character. If you love Bruno, there's definitely some use in using him. But besides that, again, I cannot really recommend summoning on the banner overall. Like, these two characters have definitely fallen off a bit for when it comes to Guild Quest. So, yeah, even more so that. And then the Christmas Burn the Witch characters, I'm not going to talk too much about them. These are just super Linkslot Potion characters that at this point are just heavily outdated. We have Tensa Zangetsu and Senjumaru, and for Guild Quest, you're not using Noel. And then Nini, same thing. We have the likes of Swimsuit Rengiku and Cyberpunk Noitora, and she's a super Linkslot Potion character. She's outdated. Like, you're not even using her for Guild Quest, so they're dead. And then these three remaining Burn the Witch characters need resurrections badly. Now, Nini and Noel, I do feel like that eventually, if they were to bring us a brand new Burn the Witch banner, these characters are definitely in line to get a resurrection. We just need to play the catch-up game for when it comes to the remaining premium resurrections, because we still don't have the 5th anniversary characters resurrected. Campfire Road Round 4 has not been resurrected yet, and that's the final batch of characters from 2019. And then moving on to 2020, we have like so many different Campfire Road characters to get through with their resurrections and various different premium characters. I know Redux Toshiro and Ginzuru have not gotten theirs yet, as well as I believe the Amagai banner. So other than that, do not summon. I don't recommend any one of you guys summon even the discount multis. That's just how much value these characters have lost overall as time went on. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy, the Death Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So have a wonderful day, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.